You're still watching the Afia Morning Show live from Enugu in southeast Nigeria. This is saying good morning from the east side. Now we cross over to Elijah Akuma, Afia TV correspondent, as he brings us insights on the new Vice Chancellor of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, Professor Simon Ortuanya, who emerged victorious. And an announcement, of course, was made yesterday evening. Of course, we got the news yesterday evening, but there were pockets of information about his victory long before the formal announcement was actually made. Elijah, good morning. And how is Ugoye? Did you pass through Ugoye on your way back to Nsukka from Aba?
Yes, good morning. Ugoye is fine, Nsukka is fine, and UNN is, of course, very fine. Well, I didn't pass through Ugoye, but of course, I was there yesterday to check up on the state of things, if there's any updates. We have to get updates very soon.
All right, so Ugoye is not underwater right now, is it?
No, it isn't. There hasn't been too heavy rainfall at the same time.
All right, Ugoye is high and dry then.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, let's head into the latest news we're hearing from the Lion's Den. What is the temperature like now following Ortuanya's victory, former SSG in Enugu State? What's the temperature like right now following his victory?
Okay, yes, the temperature here in UNN is that of, should I use a military term, ecstasy, excitement, happiness, and the rest of that. So everybody's happy. People have been celebrating since yesterday over the victory of Professor Ortuanya, because this is the 16th Vice Chancellor in the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. And then in the past few seasons, we've been having acting VCs, and everyone has been looking up to the information of when the new VC will be coming on board. And hearing that information yesterday has brought this exciting atmosphere in the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. And the community, they are very, very happy.
There appears to be a lot of emphasis on the tribal part of this. A lot of people seem to be harping on the fact that he is from Nsukka, and this is the first time that we're seeing someone from Nsukka emerging as the Vice Chancellor of the university. I mean, people in Nsukka have seen it as, you know, their own, is a win for them. That's how they see it. But there are also pockets of people that believe that it is University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and not University of Nsukka, Nigeria.
Yes, that's your last statement is a very important aspect. We need to be looking at this, because so many people are being clothed with a garment of ethnicity, so that when something happens or when someone does something, we have this mindset of trying to make it ethnic. So it's about this particular set of people. But talking with the acting public relations officer of the university yesterday, he emphatically made a point that people should desist from this disease of trying to be tribalistic and ethnicity, if I may use that term, when trying to talk about things happening in the country. So that Professor Ortuanya is the Vice Chancellor of the University of Nigeria because he's a Nigerian, and not because he's from any ethnicity or whichever location. Because I actually pushed forward to ask him the question about what we heard, that is he really from Nsukka, as people have been preaching and have been saying. But he said that it is very important that we keep away ethnicity when it comes to do with the progress of the country, Nigeria.
Now, there are also people who are saying that they are very grateful to the Enugu State Governor, Dr. Peter Mba, for, according to what they're saying on the street, for making this a possibility. Lots of them are reeling out accolades to the state governor for Professor Ortuanya's victory in the election. What's the temperature like? Is that a valid shall we say, parallel line, or is the institution against such a parallel line?
Okay, it's also another point that the acting public relations officer emphasized yesterday. He spoke on the need of people to know that every system has procedures for operation, so that the appointment of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Nigeria is not in the jurisdiction of the governor of any state or of the state, speaking about Enugu State, so that His Excellency Peter Mba has no statutory right to appoint whoever is going to be the Vice Chancellor of the University of Nigeria. So that instead, Professor Ortuanya came on board through merit and through procedures, and there was a sitting, there was a council that was set up to go through or to look through this. I think it was chaired by Professor Kayode also, who officiated the appointment, and Professor Ortuanya emerged as the new Vice Chancellor under merit, and because he has met all the all the, what do we call it again, all the requirements for the position, and he was appointed.
So, I mean, among 28 professors, Ortuanya has emerged, according to reports, 28 professors. And we understand that this was overseen by the Governing Council, if we're correct. You can confirm that. And then let's also know what the tenure would be like in a time where Nigeria seems to be talking a lot about a single tenure and 2 tenures. What's the tenure of the Vice Chancellor?
Okay, his tenure is going to be lasting for 5 years. Actually, yes, it's 5 years.
Okay, 5 years. And the former VC, where was he from? Did he have anything to do with his tribe? Tell us about the former VC before this emergence.
Okay, the former VC was Professor Charles Igwe Arezdechiku. So that after his tenure, we had 3 more acting VCs before this current VC. And of course, just as the acting public relations officer emphasized, ethnicity has nothing to do with whoever makes it to the VC position.
All right. Thank you so much, Elijah, for all of that information. And just saying congratulations to Professor Simon Ortuanya on his victory. And we hope that he leads UNN not out of the lion's den, but further in and develops the lion den even more. Oji, what's your reaction?
Well, it's a great deal. I think he's an individual that everybody needs to look up to because his trajectory, pronounces somebody who knows his head is there, right? So it's a great deal for UNN for him to attain this height, and I pray that he lives up to expectation, and as you said, develop more in the den, not outside the den.
All right, great. I mean, that's a good play. I see what you did there. All right, thank you once again, Elijah. And of course, this also saying a big shout out to all the other contestants. I'm sure they were all very capable of honing that role as well. But as they always say, one person has to win.
It has to be one person.
It has to be one person, but it doesn't
mean that the other ones are losers.
Exactly.
They're just that this is the preferred, the anointed one.
Yes.
For now.
Yes. And now there's no INEC to hold. So let's leave it at that. So probably Elijah has rushed back off to Uboye. Now we'll leave him alone.